And by this time the Jandamarra story was in full flight, and Jandamarra had been waging his civil war essentially, and my grandfather came in the latter part of that period basically to organise the police response to what had been by that stage a 3 or 4 year series of events and killings and an attempt to track down this, you know, notorious character. He obviously was there at the time when Jandamarra was finally tracked down and killed. And then the Boer War was declared, and my grandfather signed up at the age of 40, and he served with the 3rd Bushmans. So he went to South Africa as mounted police, or mounted military, and became quite notorious for his ability to read the tactics of the Boers. He was quite highly decorated at the Boer War, and was appointed then to Kitchener's staff as his staff member to train the British in how to fight guerrilla wars. And he said that he learned all these tactics from the Aboriginals of the Kimberleys. It was in fact a wonderful story. He wrote this letter where he said if only he had some Aboriginal trackers with him, they would have wound up the Boer War within 12 months, which was an interesting story. He had a lot of respect for the Bunaba people in particular. Even his correspondence back, he said they are peerless warriors, and you could have, I think at one time he quotes, you could have half the British Army sitting here and we still wouldn't beat them. So I think my grandfather would be, if he was around today, delighted that his foresight in gathering some of these things up and sending them to a museum for interpretation in the future, that it would bring that history back. And maybe some of the things that perhaps he found uncomfortable would be revisited in another era. The fact that 2 generations down, I've been able to do a lot, or hopefully a lot, to reconcile that history and to create part of that shared history that we've discussed. I'm very proud of, and I love the people up there. Their forgiveness of considering what happened to them is remarkable, and it makes us all better people to remind ourselves of that.